Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I said I wasn't going to do it today on Friday. I said I wasn't going to trade NIO. I was done with it yesterday. It was too damn choppy. But you know what? I didn't stick to my word. And I did trade NIO. And I'm up $10 today. So we'll get into the recap. My plan all along was to do a live trade around this time. It's 11:30 now. But I had my computer open, I was watching it, and it sold off for the first 15-20 minutes, and then it turned around. So I decided to jump in. I did 2 trades, and we'll get into those right now. Alright, the first trade was right outside the money, $42. Contracts are about $50. I have over $200 in buying power, so I decided to buy 3 contracts. For the break, I'm only doing the 5 and 10 minute charts. I'm not looking at the 1 minute. So I'm looking for a break over the 200 moving average. It's a 5-minute play. The dip happened, and now it's turning around. The dip was about $40, I would say. $40.05 is where it just couldn't push through. There was just too much buying, and maybe shorts were just covering their position. And then so the buying power started right there, or the buying started right there. So I'm just watching it. I'll just let you guys know now, this is a break-even trade. This is going to be a break-even trade, which sucks, but so there we go. Oh, so stupid me, I forgot to hit the record. So I ended up getting in. Let me just show you really quick. Let me just pause. Alright. So I pushed the buy for 3 contracts at $42. I mean the $42 strike. They were, I forgot how much I paid, about $60 I think. So right when this new 5-minute candle opened, I gave it a couple seconds. It opened right below the 200. As soon as it popped above the 200, I hit the buy button, but I probably didn't get filled right there. I probably got filled closer to where the price is now. So I'm in there with 3 contracts. And at first I'm thinking about selling them all. But then I'm like, you know what? Let me just sell one right now. Let me just sell one at market and just see what happens. Because the 5-minute candles go for a while. And the previous 5-minute candle is a very bullish candle. It's an engulfing candle. It barely has no wick. It basically opened and never made a low. The low was where the candle opened on the last candle. Same thing with this candle. It opened and that was a low price of the candle. So I sold another one. I have one left. And I think I end up taking a loss on this last contract. It's not doing what I want it to do though. It's tipping right below that 9 moving average. So I bought at a tight spot in between the 2 moving averages, in between the 200 and the 9. So I ended up getting out there. I could have sold them all for $9, but I ended up making $2.42 off 3 contracts. So it is what it is with that. And then again, sorry about that motorcycle in the background. And then again, so here we are. We did end up just breaking through the VWAP. Well, going over the 9 and breaking through. So if I did hold that, you can see over here, I basically sold it right here on this candle. So it did break through, and then next candle opened and went above VWAP. So I could have sold for the test of VWAP, but you know, I still made $2. Not a big deal. So I was watching it for the next 5-minute candle to open, and I wanted to do again, I'm in between. Now I'm in between. First I was in between the 20 and the 9. Now I'm buying in between the 9 and VWAP, which is stupid. I mean, the 9 moving average really is irrelevant with this stock. It just goes up and down, and it doesn't even mean anything. VWAP is probably a little more relevant. I should have waited for the break of VWAP to get in, but as soon as it broke the 9, I bought one contract, a $43 call, and it was about $41 to $43. Actually, no, I'm plus 5. So I actually bought it at about $38. So let's watch this. So I bought right there. Watching this to see if it's going to break over VWAP, because that could be a test for resistance. And I just sell it there just to lock in profit for Friday. And it does end up. So $10.22 today. Not bad, I'll take it. And it does end up popping over VWAP. And then it sells back off. So the second trade was good. The first trade, not so great. I mean, it wasn't a great spot on both positions for an entry. Like this would have been a good entry, because if we're going from underneath the 5209 and VWAP, and now we're pushing through VWAP, but then here's yesterday's close, 42.36, so we're below that. So we're really still in a downtrend from yesterday's closing price. It's a gap down. So that would be a real good trade, but I can't sit and wait for this thing to get up here. I have too much stuff going on at the house, and I just can't wait for it. And so I just take what I can get. I find the little positions I can get at the moment without really trying to force the trade, but I do kind of force the trades most of the time. But I definitely like making the videos, putting the content out for you guys, showing you guys the strategies I like to use, and just the whole learning process behind trading. It's a lifetime commitment. I mean, it's always a learning process. Even if you have 20 years in this, you're still constantly learning something new, because the stock market is never the same. It's constantly evolving or devolving, or however you want to put it. It's constantly changing. So you just gotta kind of adapt with it. And that's one of the hardest parts of trading. Well, the hardest part is the emotion. But thank you guys for watching and subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe. There's going to be lots more content to come. I'm going to do some how-to videos. I'm going to talk about calls and puts. I'm going to talk about making a YouTube channel, how to start a trading YouTube channel just like this. It's very simple and very cheap. And I will be putting more money in the account eventually. It's not going to happen right now, but it will eventually happen. So that's going to be it for today. Hope everyone has a good weekend, and I'll see you guys on Monday.